Boys and girls, Sibuyile futhi. Yo, Sibuyile, we're back. The name of the show is called The Highest Frequency. For a reason, by the way. Because we only discuss matters that matter the most in this world. And today, I think today I have someone who, in terms of, when we talk of algorithms, his name is way at the top. When we talk of hashtag, when we talk of controversial, when we talk of, oh my word. Yo, I don't even know where to start. But he's sitting right next to me, guys. You can see.
These bloodsuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen.
My self-esteem or use my arrogance as esteem, the power of my dream. I use it as my gas, so they say that I'm gas. Without it, I'll be last, so I ought to last. So I listen to the suits behind the desk no more. You cats wear suits because you can't dress no more. You can't say shit to Kanye West no more. I rock 40,000 people. I was just on tour.
Are you a number one Kanye West fan?
Nah.
But
Kanye's number one fan.
But like, you know,
he's his own biggest fan. There's no way I can compete with him.
Let me introduce you, dog. Guys, I have the authority. La Vida Nota. Samulobaloy. What's up, my G?
I'm easy, G.
Thank you so much for pulling up.
These mosquitoes that are trying to suck my blood.
We just stay next to a river here. I'm sorry, my G.
I know, the Yakske.
Yeah. So, how's life?
I grew up catching fish in this river.
Oh, yeah? You grew up in the north?
I grew up here, right here.
Hey, when I was soft, mus.
No.
You grew up soft, dog?
No, I didn't.
As we were back then in the hood, when you were in the north.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I grew up soft.
Okay.
A lot of hard work to be in the north. How hard do you have to work to stay here? Do you think that's soft? It's much easier in the hood. Go back to the hood. Life will be easy. You understand? It's not tough. Yeah, exactly. It's not like you have to see Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Ferraris driving around. You don't see how far back you are left behind when you're in the hood. Everybody's on the same level.
Let me introduce you to my ghost, Slug. Slug, we got Nota in the building, dog. Man, we got Nota in the building, dog.
Nota in the building. Finally, bro.
Can we make this episode trend, please?
Been so hard.
No.
This guy
down.
We don't even try to trend.
Have him today. Thank you, bro.
How's it been hard? You didn't really try that hard, I won't lie.
Now with you, it's not hard to trend, I'm sure.
No, not to trend. To have me on the episode.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I don't even know where to start, my G.
There's a lot to talk about.
Okay.
But I want to kind of understand how your mind thinks.
Okay.
Can we start with that? How were you at school?
Well, it depends. And primary school?
Let's start with preschool.
Preschool?
Did you get your first kiss at preschool?
Nah, I don't know.
Were you slow with girls?
Nah, I was not slow with girls, but I was not looking. I was not looking to get with girls or anything like that. I was interested in other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otto was a genius, bro. You don't know that.
No, it's not was. I'm still alive.
You know, that's why he's here today, because I want to understand how his mind operates more than anything. Like, were you a class monitor at school? Were you
Sometimes.
a prefect? Were you a head boy at some point in your...
I was not head boy.
Were you a teacher's pet at school?
Well, there were teachers that liked me and that favored me and that wanted to see me go far in life, that used to encourage me.
Oh, yeah?
To tell me, one day I'll be president.
Because you know what I'm asking? You always, like, out loud, like, speak about whatever this person is doing wrong. Like, you're not even scared to open up your mouth if anyone is, I don't know, man. You're not afraid to express yourself.
I wouldn't say that I speak about what people are doing wrong. Like, I speak about a lot of things that are going right.
Because I want
shine light on a lot of folks. And also, I dedicate my time. You know what I mean? Like, usually when I come to a podcast, like, I never get someone who says, dog, hey, man, it was so easy to get a hold of you. You didn't charge us. You just drove here. You know what I mean? We appreciate. How do you find the time to be so generous to everybody? You know what I mean? What gives you such a good heart?
Yeah.
You understand?
Why are you doing this, by the way?
No, but why must it be like a negative thing? Why can I not just help brothers out who are doing this podcasting thing? I believe in the podcasting thing. I believe that we need to document our history and we need to share our stories. And the more and more I encourage people to do so, you know, the more and more they do it. So that's it.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing that you're doing. With that,
thank you.
People don't know that you actually have a good heart, dog. Like, and you're doing so much for the game, for the culture, for the podcast, especially for the podcast right now. Because the music industry, you've done so much already.
Exactly. So, the podcasting industry also needs to grow in the same way. I was able to give myself to the music industry and not really give myself to the music industry to I guess, dominate it, but to raise the tide.
How is the podcast game right now?
It's developing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's developing.
Give me tips. How should I?
There's no tip. Just like do your research, study it, and be consistent.
Consistent.
Do you think that there's podcasts that have been captured?
Yeah, but I mean, like a captured podcast, it doesn't last long.
How do you define a captured podcast?
When they're no longer free to say whatever they want.
Censorship.
It's not even self-censorship. Could be a form of censorship, or now they're trying to toe the line for sponsors. They're doing it for the sponsors. They're no longer doing it for the people that listen to them, and then they lose their credibility. So that's the thing about podcasting. You need to be free to speak. You need to say, "Yo, Michael B. Jordan is corny."
I feel as if that's where Thomas was trying to ask by asking, have you always been this confident since primary school?
Since I was a kid, yes, obviously.
Because you're not afraid to say anything.
But, the thing is that people...
Right or wrong?
No. But wait, let me finish. People like to clown and they don't want to learn. When I tell you that I used to argue with my father when I was 4 years old about who he's going to vote for, it's not funny.
No, I'm not laughing at
No, I'm just saying. You should be saying that, since he was 4 years old, he had the confidence to even challenge his father and make his father have to explain to him. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because some people would argue...
That articulate at the age of 4.
Whether I'm articulate or not, the fact that I've got my own mind and I cannot be convinced, you understand? And I need my father to explain everything that he does. I question everything at that age. Shows you that I've always had confidence and I've always felt like I can say whatever I want, Yeah.
Like, among your parents, who was your favorite when you were growing up?
Nah, I don't have a favorite parent. There's no such thing. And both my parents play their role differently.
But these days, you're so vocal about your mom, dog. Like, why?
No, obviously, I can criticize my mom because, and I criticize my dad too.
Doesn't mean you love them less.
Yes. We're family. Those are my parents. You know what I mean? They made me.
All right. So did you always grow up with this music, with this passion for music?
I can't say you don't grow up with anything, actually. You make yourself something. You know what I mean? I saw myself being P. Diddy and I saw that is something I want. And then I went for it and I made myself a little P. Diddy.
How old were you when you were inspired by Diddy? 6.
Was that the time you were on the article?
No. I was in the newspapers when I was 8.
What were you doing in the newspapers?
They were just interviewing gifted children, like bright kids. Yeah.
Now you grew up soft, man.
No, I didn't grow up soft.
How come you're on newspapers at 8?
Yes, because I was identified as a child's genius. Yes. So, if you're smart, if you're a great soccer player at a young age, you'll end up being in the papers. If you're athletic, if you play chess and you beat grandmasters at the age of 5, you're going to be written about in the newspapers. You know what I mean? So I was an intellectual at the age of 8.
I think it still happens even now. Just people don't put a shine on it.
You know what I mean?
Okay, and then professionally into the music business, when was it? Because we all got dreams, right? Like
when I took it seriously, I never dreamt about it. I just figured out what I needed to do and I did it. That's it.
When was that?
I don't know. From the moment I started, I'd say I was professional. So from the age of 6, I was professional.
I remember, dog, you used to have a dreadlock. You used to roll with Questa, and I didn't...
dreadlock for a very short time.
I wasn't really sure what your role was at that time.
Yeah.
I want to know exactly what your role was within...
No, I'm the record label owner. That's it. Yes. He's an artist under my label, and I've explained this on so many podcasts.
And Leroy, what was Leroy's role? Because
he was his best friend, or his childhood friend.
Because Leroy is rolling with Big Zulu now. And Big Zulu is everywhere out there. He's killing it.
I wouldn't say. He killed it
Questa is not killing it.
He killed it with one song.
I would say the X Factor was maybe Leroy.
Okay. Well, you can say that. It's fine.
But Nota, how do you go from being the record label owner to... Because I remember the first time I ever saw you was at Zone 6 and you were pressed as DJ.
I was DJing because I did everything. I also drove the fucking car. I also produced the songs. I wrote the songs. I did everything. If he couldn't wipe his ass, I would have done that. Did whatever was needed to be done. Seriously. That's
So what's happening with Questa right now?
Because
No,
to the,
I'm
to the
saying that.
outside world, it never
Yeah,
looked
so
like
to
that.
the outside world, it would look like I'm just a DJ.
Yeah.
But I was making sure that it doesn't cost that much to keep the team around. I drove
So
the
you're an
car as well.
all-rounder, basically.
I did
for the team.
everything, not for the team. I built the team. You understand? I built the team, and then I built my replacements. I trained the people that are going to replace each and every single role. Leroy is one of those roles that I needed to replace. I didn't want to do administration of bookings and all that stuff. So that's what he did. That was his vocation. And then he turned that into a booking agency, you know? And then because of the SEO, you know, for the booking agency, whenever you'd book any artist in South Africa, Leroy's website would come up first as DJ's production.
I
And
remember.
then he'd write articles about all these articles, all these different artists cover news. So if you wanted to book AKA, before you see Benza's contact or before you see TFX contact, you'll see DJ's Productions contact. Yeah. So that's the business that he was able to build off the side of the success that we were able to create in studio with Questa. Because once Questa was in high demand, a lot of the bookings started coming through the website and the articles started coming up on the website. And when you search Questa bookings, you'd see DJ's Productions. And he had like 400% more bookings than the second most in-demand artist at that point in time. So you'd have 4 Questa bookings before you come up with the next best artist, whether it was Shakana at some point in time, whether it was AKA at some point in time, whether it was KO at some point in time. During the peak of his career, Nasty C even, at some point in time, he'd get 4 times more bookings than any of those artists.
Are you cool with the guys right now?
With what?
How's your relationship with them right now? With Leroy, with Questa?
Nah, man. You know, the thing about this business is that you do a lot for people and they don't appreciate it. So what they end up trying to do is to try and demonize you, you know, to make you seem like you're a non-entity.
Yeah, a lot of people do that too.
Yeah,
Is that
it's in their nature. It's in the nature of weak people to try and demonize the great people.
is that one of the reasons why you haven't really worked with more artists like on that level?
No, I never planned to work with many artists because I knew that artists are ungrateful. I've always seen how artists are. You know, I grew up around some of the biggest artists in the country. You know, right in this area. You know,
Because one would
like
think that
Skotwala lives on that side. Eugene Mteta from Greenpeace lives on that side.
yeah,
You
always
know what I mean?
I always
You
bump
always
into
see-
that.
yeah, exactly. So you know, having been able to see that, I used to do my hair with Shoes Mushrio,
Oh yeah.
soccer player.
Oh, you also used to stay around there.
Yeah, I used to stay here as well.
Oh,
When he came in his red Porsche, DJ Spoo and TK, I met them coming to record, mix and master for TS Records in the beginning.
when was that?
Early 2000s.
Mm.
They were recording and they were mixing and mastering at Chris right here on Dromedaris, which is my parents' house is 1231. Then there's 1230 and then there's 1229.
Oh, you
That's
guys
Chris's
were
house.
literally neighbors.
You understand what I'm
So,
saying? So all the so he was so all the TS Records, the Brown Dash, all those guys, the mixing and mastering was done right next door. So when DJ Spoon pulled up in a post box with Terry Petto sitting in the passenger seat, I saw that as a kid
Oh, during like when they were dating.
when you're still dating Terry Petto. I'm just saying, yeah.
Okay.
But Nota, would you say
Before she became a scammer.
because of that you were very fortunate, or you just so happened to be at
No, I
the right
wasn't
place
very
at the right
fortunate.
time?
No, I wasn't very fortunate because there's a whole lot of other kids that lived in that area. They weren't prepared for that opportunity. They didn't have the skills. They didn't have the knowledge. I dedicated myself to becoming the next P. Diddy from the age of 6. You need to understand that. So by the time I was 12 years old and DJ Smooth was right in front of me, I'd already had 6 years and working at this. So that when I speak to him, I say, one day I'm going to be in the same position as you are. And then guess what happens? 6 years later, I'm on his breakfast show, launching the Alias's album at Deco Park. Right here. You know, I'm chilling with 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, DJ Who Kid here at the Palazzo Hotel when they come here for a concert. That's same year.
Were you already working with Questa at the time?
No, I'd done some work while jab shadowing at Bada Bing, but he was working at Bada Bing. So
Weren't you
maybe
interning for like Lens or something?
I interned for Lance the year before. Yeah.
Questa's blow up track was Boom Shakalaka, ne?
Yeah, I wrote that song. Yeah, it was.
Which, yeah, for me,
No, it was.
like,
But you're going to argue. So you know the numbers, you know the stats, because I released the records.
You talking about numbers?
No, but I'm telling you.
that was his blow up
I'm
track.
the person that released the song. So I'll tell you which song blew us up. It is that song, Boom Shakalaka. That was the blow up track.
I was in the game at the time, dog. I remember.
Nah. They didn't.
Nah, they never
didn't.
took off.
He was still in the shadow of Slicker and Sugar Smacks at that point in time. When Boom Shakalaka dropped as a standalone artist, that's when he was in demand by himself.
I remember, and the video was clean.
You understand? That's the video that made AKA want to work with Yanga Chief.
Right?
You said a lot. You said a lot of things about how that video came about.
I haven't really said much.
You have
About which video?
about the Boom Shakalaka video.
What about it?
What did you say?
Thing given today, you spoke about it. You spoke about how you and was it Kid X and Pesta paid for. I guess you were just explaining how you had a link in how Yanga
Not
ended
a-
up doing
at a-
videos
it's
for
not a-
AKA
No, I had a link in Yanga doing videos for Questa.
before he moved on to doing videos for AKA.
We were doing content within the office, and I said, listen, these guys are not going to shoot Questa videos, so you need to learn how to shoot. So then he did that, and then the first time he shot a video for Questa, it was the first Stomp video. Didn't quite work out that well.
The one with the repertoires.
No, you're not listening.
I've heard
Stomp, the first
one
Stomp.
that was done, but it
The
was
first Stomp
trash,
video.
and then
No,
they
no,
went to the second one.
The first Stomp video. And the first Stomp video, sorry, I'm moving fast because I know that I'm unconscious of time and I'm looking at my thing music. You know, I'm looking at my GPS right now because I'm on my way to Kempton Park. So, the first Stomp video, we shot it in Katlehong. Yanga shot it, but we shot it in the middle of the day, not at sunset, not at golden hour. You understand? So it was overexposed. Didn't know how to use the camera properly, so that video didn't really work. But we used some of the footage to package PR videos.
Okay.
Yeah, like when we did the album launch, we used some of the footage from there. You know.
Okay.
Even like that freestyle that he does. Which is on the first version of Stomp. If you look at the video, the making of Stomp, or the making of Questa in the making. There's on YouTube. If you go to Ventilation Kids, we've got that on YouTube. It's old videos. Doesn't have many views because we did it back then before people were on YouTube in South Africa. But I mean, they'll be valuable in the future for when we do proper documentaries. In time, when it's time. So that first Stop video didn't quite work out. Then one morning, Slicker said, yo, let's shoot quickly. And then he took Yanga. They went to where the OST store was, the Osmic, what's this thing? A ritual store. Underneath the bridge.
In Newtown.
By Museum Africa, yeah. See, with that red building.
Yeah.
And they shot that video. That was the first proper video that Yanga shot. And then he went to City Varsity to learn how to do editing.
Oh.
A 2-week course on Final Cut.
Did you go to university?
Yeah, I did. I went to 3. I went to UJ, went to Vega, and then I went to IMM. But I dropped out all 3 times.
What were you doing at Vega?
I was at Vega. Why not UJ?
No, because I
started. I did entrepreneurship management.
no, because I know Vega is like a creative school.
And then I did brand building and management. BCom, BBM, brand building and management at Vega. And I dropped out as well.
Okay.
After 6 months. And then my parents were like, okay, we're done paying for your school fees. We paid 15,000 at UJ. You wasted it. You didn't finish. You just paid another 45,000 now for Vega. You're wasting it. You're not finishing. Now you pay your own school fees. And then I paid like 11,000 to IMM and I didn't finish it myself. But I was like, at least it's my money.
So you never graduated?
No.
So what do you think about that whole graduation thing, like varsity thing and being in the...
What about it?
Do you think people should really go through that phase?
I mean, people should go graduate because some people are not cut out to be their own people. You know, they're not cut out to run their own businesses. They need to work in service of other people's visions.
But in SA, at this very present moment, you can't say that.
What do you mean?
There are a lot of people that are unemployed that are graduated.
No, not really. The unemployment rate for graduates is minuscule compared to the general unemployment rate.
Really?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't say that's still a
the people
problem?
that have got university qualifications, less than 10% of them are unemployed. And if you compare that to the 50% of youth that are unemployed in general who don't have qualifications or who might have qualifications, that's the broader number. You know, it's pretty minuscule.
You know, at the highest frequency, you want to talk about matters that matter the most. That's why I'm talking about the government. Let's stick to that for now. What's happening there?
I mean,
we got load shedding. Like a lot of
but you
crazy
voted
things are happening.
You voted for it. Akira, you guys said you sit down, you say nothing. You don't complain. So that's exactly the government that you deserve. You deserve load shedding.
in your head, what do you think should be done like right now?
Right now,
Mm.
well, in my head, I would, hold the government accountable, the government that has been voted for. And I do, in any way. When the government is failing, when the traffic lights are failing and the traffic cops are not doing their job, I hold them accountable. And then you guys call me crazy. And I think to myself, what type of stupid country do we live in when you're holding the people that are supposed to be in authority accountable so that we don't have people being killed at the traffic lights, we don't have people crashing into people at the traffic lights, and that there's actually something being done. There's the Road Traffic Management Act that says that if a traffic signal is off, a traffic officer is compelled, obliged to attend to it.
Yeah.
And they're not. And then you're seeing the traffic cops that are driving past the hobos that are
So people are not angry enough.
People are not angry.
People just don't care. They don't care.
What do you want them to do, dog?
Hold the
You're gonna toy alone, dog. Like
You don't need to toy. I haven't toy.
What do you do?
I just shot a video and I said, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're not doing your job. And I made sure it goes viral.
Cause now it's bad, bro.
It's bad because you guys allow it to go bad. Because I'm the only person that actually holds these people accountable. And then you try to make me look crazy.
On that one, dog, I'm gonna be with you. Next time you wanna do it, call me.
No, just do it yourself. Every time you see them not doing their job, make sure that you do it. Hold them accountable. That's what I'm trying to say, is that we don't hold this government accountable and then you keep voting them in. And then you wonder why everything is falling apart around you.
Nah.
And then you want to toy, but you voted these motherfuckers in. You guys are the ones that elected them. When they were coming here with free t-shirts, you were putting on the t-shirts, and now you can't even wipe the floor with those t-shirts.
I feel like those promos, those Twitter promos like Cyril must fall, Cyril must resign, Zuma must fall, like, who's behind all those things?
Well, obviously, all of those are promos. You're saying they're promos. Yes, they're promos.
I feel like there's a group of people that are, like, people are fighting
anyone can have a
against...
promo. EFF can do a promo. ANC can do a promo. Anyone can do a promo.
That thing is not effective.
Look, DSTV does promos all day. No one watches DSTV. But BB Titans is trending. How can you watch DSTV in load shedding?
Big Brother Titans, ne?
It doesn't matter what it is. I'm just saying BB
It
Titans
is
is the hashtag.
Big Brother Titans.
I haven't watched that. Like, do people still watch Big Brother?
Doesn't
Very
matter.
much.
It's always trending. And you
It's
ask
always
yourself why.
trending every day.
They pay for the promo. Well, now you don't pay for promo.
That's what you say, and I'm not disputing it. So
I don't have to pay. I don't
the
have the
only
budget.
person that
I
I
don't have
can
the
say
budget.
organically, you
I
trend
trend
every
organically.
day.
I trend organically.
You trend even
Like,
when
do
you're
brands
not-
approach you to use your name to promote
No, I
their
don't
stuff?
allow that. I don't allow myself to be used by brands.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no. I don't need their money.
How do you make money?
Oh, dude, come on. I already told you I own a record company. My record company sold the most records in South Africa, in the country. Yes. That's passive income. Yeah.
Nota owns a lot of content.
I'm a masters.
Yeah.
Content is another way you make money. I also monetize the content that I make off myself or that people make off of me.
But Nota, let's go back to the music. There's something I want to ask. You and Yanga. Seems as if your relationship goes way, way, way back. As you say,
Well, I found him at Bada Bing. He was working there.
yeah. My follow-up question is, what were you at Bada Bing to make decisions for Questa's
I was a
career?
music manager or acting music manager. I was a label services provider. So I provided label services, which is A&Ring, which is marketing, promotion, social media, and public relations. So my company provided that as a label services company. And then I was doing that for the entire label. And then I decided, no ways, let me forget about these guys, because these guys are more interested in doing marketing campaigns for brands and other companies and not really making music and not developing the talent that.
Oh, that's Bada Bing.
Yeah. That was their focus. Unfortunately, Questa wasn't bringing in money, so no one was focused on him because he wasn't bringing in money. He'd rather make videos for L'Oreal. That's what Yanga was doing at the end of the day, because he was making videos now for the company. He's making videos for L'Oreal, people's hair products, all these other brands. And I'm like, listen, we're in here to make music and to market this music. If we're focused on making money, then these artist brands are not going to develop and they're not going to be able to make money in future. We're wasting the investment. We're wasting our times. So then I decided, listen, I'm going to do this thing. Questa, do you want me to handle pushing your career still? Because I'm going to be out of here. And if I'm out of here, no one's going to be taking care of making sure that your career goes forward. And he knew he had no choice, you know.
And then he left with you.
Ship.
Yeah. No, I left and then he joined me.
Do you have any new artists in your label right now?
Why?
Are you in the business of signing right
Why
now?
would I do that? It's a streaming era. You guys make a quarter of a tenth of a penny. Yeah, no. I sold CDs, dog. I sold ringtones. I've got passive income. It accumulates. Catalog music is 80% of the revenue.
But they're still publishing this.
So that I give that to the people that write the music. I got my own publishing as well for the music that I write.
Mm.
So there's no artist that you think of signing right now.
Nah.
So,
I wouldn't do that. An artist is a human being.
So
So you don't stop at just the music. Now you have to take care of the human being. Yeah.
But Nota, you're not passionate about that. You're not
taking care
passionate
of human
about
beings.
that.
No. I'm passionate about making music. You see, if music was being made by computers like AI, then I'd sign an AI, yes.
What do you think about AIs? Yo, dog, I saw people complaining about that thing.
Well, they'll complain. People will always complain.
Like, artists are gonna be robbed, man. Like,
Why?
Like, you can make a fake Kendrick Lamar song now.
No, you can't.
You can.
No, you can't.
Like, you can just type
No, you can make
lyrics.
a song that sounds like
Yeah.
but you can't make a fake
If you're a
Kendrick
good
Lamar
writer, like, someone won't pick it up.
No, it's not about it being picked up. Kendrick markets his own music. Yes. So you will not be able to release a song as Kendrick Lamar. You'll be able to write fake Kendrick Lamar, parody Kendrick Lamar, Weird Al Yankovic, or whoever else you want to be, but you'll not be, And parody artists and sound-alike artists have been there the whole entire time. You release a song, and then everybody copies that song anyways.
Yeah.
It's just that now computers are doing it, not people. That's how a genre starts. One guy makes a song, it's got a particular sound, and then everybody else now sounds like that after that. We made Boom Shakalaka, we've introduced trap, now everybody wants to do trap in African languages. And then now you've got artists like Java, you've got artists like who else? All of these trap artists. Yes, they're all my sons.
Sorry, what do you mean, dog?
Oh. The entire style
they
comes
never
from
wanna
something I
admit
innovated. They can't
know,
admit that. Can I
you
tell
know
you
a lot
why?
of people
Can I tell you
still-
why they can't admit it? Because
They
it's
say
not
Boom
great. No,
Shakalaka,
'cause
it
it's not
doesn't
great.
sound like a trap
I
song.
know, but it's fine. You can say whatever you want to say. We did
That's
that-
what they say.
That's
not
what.
me.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want to say, but that was in 2012. You understand what I'm saying? So if trap has developed, obviously it's going to progress. And the thing is that you don't want to admit that you are influenced by someone because you are not great. So you know that if I admit that this person influenced me or helped me, then I'm going to be diminishing the fact that I'm an inept and inadequate artist. Me, I've got no problem giving credit to where it's due. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I work with geniuses, like people on genius level. That's it. Like the people that I choose to work with are on that level. And for me to be insecure would stop me from working with people that are on genius level because I think, hey, if I work with this guy, then people will see that, hey, he's a genius. And then I'll be left out of the whole entire mix. And that's what stops people from collaborating with great artists. That's why they're unable to do great things.
Do you think a lot of people are jealous of you?
I've always had people jealous because we come from a country where opportunities are few and far between, especially for black people. So they're taught innately to be jealous of other people because they don't feel like they deserve anything. And if anyone gets anything or is able to rise above the rest, they must be lucky, they must be corrupt, they must have stolen it. So that's where that jealousy comes from. You can't change people. So I accept that.
Because a lot of people always want to fight, If it's not someone wanting to...
I think people don't understand Nota, dog.
No, it's that jealousy. It's the
He's
knowing that
overconfident.
I'm not
He's very blunt.
I'm not great. I'm not anything.
You're brutally
And this guy
honest.
is
He's
so
brutally
confident
honest.
in his
Ne? It's
Brutally
also
honest.
with the women thing, man. I also want to understand your mind in terms when it comes to women and feminism and that whole
I don't
concept.
believe in that nonsense. I think that is a concept that is here to break up our families.
Okay.
You understand? I had a problem with my wife being on TikTok the whole entire time. And then one day she tells me, oh shit, I want a wife allowance. And I say, where do you get that from? And then I saw there was a video of Mihlali and talking about having girlfriend allowance. And I was like, okay, this Mihlali bitch is a problem.
I'm saying like, would he want you to take care of her?
Are you
Am
saying?
I not taking care
Are
of
you?
And you are, but like,
Are you saying that allowance thing is wrong?
Why must I pay for your company? Like, what the fuck? If I wanted to pay for company, there's Oxford Road, there's a Sex Trader,
There's Summit.
Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to pay, like, it's because she was brainwashed by TikTok. She's watching TikTok. She's seeing these girls saying this thing. And now these girls are getting more influential. And she sees herself as someone who's an artist, who's a creator. And she's not getting as influential as these other people. So you want to compete with Mihlali on TikTok. You want to get as many views as Mihlali on TikTok. And Mihlali saying these most ridiculous things. So then I decided, you know what? And she's like, this Mihlali girl, I hate the fact that she's an influencer. I'm going to remove her from influencing. I'm going to show you and every other girl.
so you mean you did all of that
Yeah.
for your wife?
No, for all people's wives, for your wife as well. Seriously. So that she can't watch Mihlali and her friend talk nonsense and say, yes, we need a girlfriend allowance. Just imagine the objectification of young girls that are now picking up with this Mihlali trend.
Obviously, man.
They're going to be objects. They're going to treat themselves like objects. They're going to want to sell themselves. And this is how influential these people are. So I said, you know what, let me make sure that these people know that this person is not the right influence, he's a bad influence.
You know, I always ask my wife,
self-destructed.
doesn't Mihlali have enough money for herself? Like, why is she always looking for rich men?
She's an object.
Can she afford herself?
She's an
That's how the
object.
game works.
She's an object, dog. Why is the things that are standing on the shelf at the store looking for someone to buy them with money? Why do they have a price tag attached to them? Because they want someone who's going to come and buy.
You make it sound as if she's a product.
She is. Is she not? Is she not saying, this is my price?
Is she the one that said how much?
Yes.
How much? 400,000.
No, boy, he said that.
400,000.
But now you look at the guy she's with and you think to yourself, dog, spending 400,000 for a girl that another comedian's going to go on the podcast and chill and say, yeah, no, I did ayahuasca with this girl. If you did ayahuasca...
So you're saying now he wasn't supposed to talk about what him and his ex used to do?
No, I'm just saying the new boyfriend now needs to listen to the stories of her and her ex. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you, man.
And you're going to spend 400,000 rands a month on that, on an actor's salary.
But Nota, I want to talk about recent things, bro. I totally get what's happening. But can you please explain to me what's happening?
You're going to have to crush whatever you're crushing because you've got like 5 minutes.
Let's smoke some weed, dog.
Let's talk about recent things.
Recent things. What's going on between you and Yanga Chief, man?
No, nothing, man. I told you, he stabbed me in the back. He set me up with that story DT thing, you know? And from that moment on, I knew, okay, fine. When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Well, you're saying what? He set you up with the stupid thing.
Smell it.
That was
dog.
his event.
Some nice weed.
This is next door.
Yeah, it's my neighbor.
It's next door.
Because you guys have gone through a lot.
No,
But it seems as if now things are really bad. Like things have escalated to the worst because you said a lot of things today on that Instagram live. A lot of things and shocked a lot of people.
100% of them are true.
Do you want us to get to the big story?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like
The AKA thing.
let's talk about recent things.
Come on.
Let's talk about.
Hey man, we don't want to get sued here because when you got
KO won't sue you. KO won't sue you. He only sues people who will expose the fact that his brother was involved. So listen, what did you see in that CCTV footage?
Hey, I'm still asking myself about that
There's
thing.
a lot to interpret. Not come on.
No, tell me, what did you see? Answer me this question. Why, when you hear a gunshot, do you block your ears?
Okay, cool.
Answer that one.
I don't understand.
No, stop that one. Just that one. Just that one. When you hear a gunshot, why would you block your ears?
Like you should run. Eh?
Shock response. I mean, you can't take note of what so and so should act like this when a gun goes off. Some people faint when a gun goes off. Some people lie on the ground.
Lie on the ground. That's
Some people cover their
Nobody
ears.
covers their ears. Nobody
covers ears when there's a gunshot.
Why do you think?
I grew up in Hillbrow, my G. You grew up in Hillbrow. Come
So
on.
why do you think Don covered his ears?
Because he didn't want to hear the
Honestly.
sound. He didn't want to hear the sound.
He was anticipating it.
Yes, he anticipated it. That was it. It's a telltale sign.
This is not different from the Jesus story, though.
So forget the Jesus story. Why is it that when the police said no, it was a drive-by shooting 6 bullets? Why did Don Design tweet and say no, the police are lying? That's not what happened.
Yeah, because
I'm just asking you, why didn't, when the story came out, when the police said it, Don Design didn't say, hey, that was the lie?
Don hasn't said anything though
About anything. Why?
about anything.
Why? Why? He was there. Why is he DJing?
He's
Why
gigging now.
hasn't he taken his daughter for a birthday party, even at Spurs? But he's doing a birthday party at a restaurant for his girlfriend. He's got kids.
Remember earlier on I said people are just not angry enough. I feel like AK's friends are not angry enough about what happened to him.
And it should raise suspicion. It should raise suspicion that guys are not angry that his daughter grows up without a father.
Can you give it to Slug?
When Zintle posts the daughter, none of the friends like that post. Why?
Okay.
Why? On all the other posts, they're willing to like. The post where she says, I hope my daughter is the little mermaid she wants to be. Because she's now a little mermaid like Zendaya. Right? Why are they not liking that post?
But okay, no, so why drag KO into this whole thing? He
Because
wasn't there.
it's not about him being there. I never said that he was there. I said that he's the guy that referred his brother to work with AKA.
So now he must burn because of...
Not that he must burn. He must make his brother come and tell us what happened. That is it. As an honest human being, my brother was there. My brother was there.
Like, how far are they with the investigations?
They're done with the investigations.
Do you know something?
Arrests are going to be made.
Are you certain not about what you're telling us?
Arrests are going to be made. Don't worry.
So the Tembe family...
Of AKA is dead.
Already.
They're going on...
They're doing a tour with
Gonga tomorrow. I mean, people grieve in different ways. I get that. But how does your...
Wait. You need the mic close to you.
Sorry. How does your best friend or your business partner die, and then 2 weeks later you're accepting gigs or you're doing gigs? And
Explain for him while he
we've never
finishes
seen
rolling.
you.
Explain for him. How does that happen?
We've never seen you doing solo gigs.
No, finish there.
No, dog, it's the same thing that I can say AKA dropped an album took like sooner after that whole thing happened.
He already uploaded it. He was already ready. He started a WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, he was telling people, yo, I'm going to be calling people. We're going to be doing this. He already set up an interview that was supposed to be 2 days before the album. He's supposed to have the first listening session on Twitter Spaces with the fans and the Megacy. So that's a guy who had plans.
The album had been submitted already.
But the guys are making money, dog. Like, what should happen now?
What are you saying, dog? How are the guys who never had bookings without this guy having bookings now that he's gone?
You know what? I'm just trying to be on the other side right now.
Why are you still playing devil's advocate? Do you think that his daughter needs you to be out there on the internet playing devil's advocate even though her father's not coming back? I'm just saying. Huh? His daughter needs to grow up without a father. You know the condition of this country that we live in. You know how it is for girls that don't have fathers. You should know that.
I know that very well, man.
You understand what I'm saying? So now what are you saying?
So what is Sia saying now?
Nothing. He hasn't said anything. Why isn't he suing me?
And where was Sia when
He was standing there.
that hug was happening?
He was watching. He was standing there watching. He was standing on this side watching it happen. He watched the gun come. It was in his line of sight. Everything was inside his line of sight. It wasn't in his peripheral. It was in his line of sight. Understand?
And why was Don't Decide standing all the way that side?
Yeah, why? He's the DJ. But why is the bouncer, the guy who was opening the door, why is he standing in front of the subject? Why isn't he standing behind the subject, covering his back?
A lot has happened this week. Okay.
Are you done?
I'm about to finish.
No, finish first. This guy's gonna.
You can't multitask, my G.
Yeah. No, it's because he's got one hand and now he needs two hands for that. Unless someone's gonna hold the mic for him.
Oh yeah.
And also another. Okay, you can continue.
I understand why KO is suing you and all that type of.
Yeah, because he has to cover up for his brother.
Let's light it up.
I think Nota, you're putting his name in shit that he knows nothing about, because you're not quite certain what he does.
Did I say that he's involved? I said he must tell his brother to talk. That's it. That's all I said. He's the one who's saying, oh, this guy is making it seem as if I'm the one who did it. I never said that. We've watched the CCTV footage. We know he wasn't there. No one is making that ridiculous suggestion. No one has made that ridiculous suggestion. He's the one who's putting words in my mouth that I never said. You understand? Yeah. I'm making sure that this thing drags out as long as possible. So clean, I let him do his little thing. He got his default judgment. Okay, that's a default judgment. We're going to challenge that. We've got 20 days to challenge that with my lawyers, 20 working days to challenge that with my lawyers. And then we're going to challenge that, but not on an urgent basis. We're going to take our time with that. We're going to make sure that these lawyers that he hired, he has to pay and pay and pay and pay and pay until all the set money is finished.
Because what's trending right now is an article
is the video.
Is the video world saying the sheriff, the cops are after
because I didn't oppose his thing.
You'll be sentenced to 60 days. Is that going to happen or what?
No, obviously my lawyers are going to challenge it. But, you know, he paid for the... No, you started up. I still have to drive.
So no one is after you, right?
Well, not right now. Not right now.
Are you not supposed to hand yourself over to the police?
I've got time to do that, but I'm going to challenge that through my lawyers.
Oh, the 20-day thing.
Yeah, I've got 20 days to challenge that. Yeah.
How is Mass Country?
It's good. It's good. I like it.
I think it's a dope album.
Yeah, it's a dope album, I won't lie.
I think
but it's in the post-album era. So, it takes a lot to make an album great in this era. And after
What do you mean?
Donda, I don't know. I don't think any album can be at that level.
After Donda.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, you also fucks with Donda.
that's my favorite album.
That's also my favorite album.
Come on.
24.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
No, Donda is amazing. But what's your favorite song of Master's
Company?
Company. But there's a song, I remember you're on IT Live and there's an AKA song that started playing and you switched it off.
Yeah, Prada.
You're like,
No,
this is
Prada. Yeah.
Guys,
You never watched
the name of
it.
the show is called The Highest Frequency, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a double pun if you get
It's a
it.
double entendre. So, yeah. Okay, you don't have an ashtray. So,
Where's my ashtray?
you're panjaring me with the thing. So maybe pass it when you're done. So Company is my favorite song on the album. But Prada, like, you see, the thing, I said this on the Hustler's Corner, so people are going to watch this when it comes out and they're going to see me repeat it on the Hustler's Corner. It's fine. We support all podcasts. So when Prada dropped, it dropped at the time when Sete was at the top of the charts. And he dropped Lemonade, and Lemonade didn't unseat Sete at the top of the charts. So all I wanted from Keenan was, you got to have the number one song. You got to be able to take Sete off the top of the charts. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're not doing that, then you're not doing enough. Because as we know Super Mega. The multi-talented. You understand? Number one. We know him from number one.
The best ever.
Those KO numbers authentic.
What, on radio? I mean, the song is doing its thing. It did its thing via streaming as well. So, yeah, it's authentic.
Do you know what I believe about Sete? I believe the numbers came because Young Stunner.
Yeah, that's...
Amapiano numbers, he came with...
Yeah, all of it.
And Blackie as well.
Beats as well, because we haven't had an Afro beats influenced hit. So you got Blackie, you got the young guys, we wanted a new Young Stunner song, a different sound from Young Stunner, and he killed it.
Because Sete is Young Stunner on the hook, dog.
It's Young Stunner's song. Young Stunner made it, and then everybody else came after.
It sounds like a young song.
Yeah, but
KO,
let's not take away any credit from KO, but...
Nah, it's fine. You can take it away.
no.
Nah, you can take it away. Take it away.
Young Stunner came with Amapiano numbers.
Let's look at KO. How many careers has KO destroyed? He destroyed Zinga's career. He tried to destroy Kid X's career. Luckily, Kid X, ended up being able to jump ship. He destroyed my.
But where's Kid X right now? Okay.
Yeah.
But we don't see
But why does he need to be on the charts? He's with his daughter. He's a father. He's the father of Zen.
I think he's done with music.
No, he's not done with music. He's making music. He makes music, but he was never a guy who's making music for the charts. He's making
Kid X's biggest song is Antine.
Mtano Muntu.
Mtanomuntu.
Yeah.
And where is featured is Karakar. Okay.
And he killed KO then.
Hey.
Obviously not.
And he's missing no Muntu fans.
Nota, what's your favorite KO first? I have a favorite KO verse.
Bada bing, bada boom, bitch. Bangken la bomba kabayin to na game. Underling. Sister na basta sa game. Understand?
What was the first line?
I don't know. He said, Niba shisang. Understand?
Are you killing me, dog?
What's that?
No.
What track was that?
Ni abasaba na. Asibasabi.
Oh, the freestyle.
Abasaba na. Yeah.
Yeah, but he came in hard with Mission Statement, eh?
Nah, I think that song was whack.
The beat
It was whack. Even on Scandal Republic, that song should have been removed. It sounds nothing like the rest of the album.
where he was at FNB Stadium.
Yeah. It's like, nah.
But bro, do we see you and Young make peace?
No, I can't make peace.
Like, is their beef that bad, dog?
Unless he can bring Keenan back from the dead, we can't make peace. So if he can do that, let him bring Keenan back from the dead. You can't make peace. I can't make peace with people who are at peace with people being pieced out. A guy put a piece to a guy's head, and you want me to make peace? I tell you what I told Yanga? I said that speech that he gave at the funeral was just like I dreamed it to be. You might want to flip your mic.
Because you say
I saw it happening. I had a dream, and you say at AKA's funeral, and at AKA's funeral, Yanga was speaking, and that was the same speech he gave in my dream.
but okay, not. You mentioned your 5 suspects, and it's
No, man.
what do you think those guys gain, man?
How? Duh. You just spoke about it. They're doing gigs now. Don Design wasn't gigging without AKA. Now he's gigging by himself. He's
As you say, he's just trying to
he wasn't
live because
doing
AKA is no
birthday
longer
parties
around.
for his girlfriend. Now he's doing birthday parties for his girlfriend.
Can't be that sad, man. It can't be that bad. I'm sorry, guys. If what you're really saying, there's
Because this AKA thing is a serious thing. It's a very.
if what Nota is saying is true, dog, nah, man, Keenan can't go out like that.
You can't. And now we
gone.
must keep quiet. We must be silenced. Not a fucking chance, bros. Not a fucking chance.
Siyakhala, ndoda.
Too much. Too much. And I've overstayed my welcome, eh?
Kumnandi.
But 7 minutes, it has been very nice.
But Nota, you need to give us a part 2, man. Like, there's a lot
Yeah.
to talk about.
I'll be back.
We're very honored, bro, to have you.
Can you at least can you please pass it over to Nota, dog? He should.
Let me try your thing.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a review.
Where the lighter is.
You know, this is in the comfort of your own home, so
Yeah.
there's nothing illegal about this.
Nah.
And plus, it's grown next door.
Don't tell them.
No, seriously, you didn't buy it. Trust me, it's not against the law to grow in your home. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Nota, as you've said, Uguti, you like empowering podcasts and stuff like that. And it doesn't mean Uguti, when we see you on one podcast, it means Uguti will always be there. Right now, you have a weekly
With Spoon,
segment with Spoon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What happened to the Nkululeko one?
No, Nkululeko obviously got sponsored by DSTV and Wall Street Betting. So he's on the DSTV ads. So DSTV told him, yo, you need to remove that guy from the platform if you want to continue working with us.
Is
That guy's-
DSTV also sponsoring his own? Because
He's
I
got
know
an
he has
advert.
He has the one
He's got an
with
advert.
Junior
He's
Kanye,
got an
right?
advert for World Sports Betting. Yes, that's on DSTV. So DSTV said, yo, shut that guy out because that guy's talking nonsense about DSTV. He's exposing us. He's exposing that we are captured.
Is that the only podcast where you feel like people are trying to censor you? If they're giving him such an ultimatum.
They did the same thing to McG. And that's why McG speaks about so many shows that are on thing with it. Yeah. But I mean, it's their loss.
Are you saying they're captured, dog? In other
They are
words,
captured.
said-
I've said that already.
They are
But,
captured,
You know,
eh?
it's their loss because they lose credibility. What you can't deny is that Nota is loved by people.
So
You understand what I'm
not
saying?
everybody hates Nota.
No, people love Nota. The media people, they hate Nota because people love him. That's what they hate about it. You understand what I'm saying? And he's just a humble guy, you know, who doesn't take himself too seriously, but, you know, takes like issues of people seriously. You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Hey, you were swearing at the female celebrities. What was going on, dog?
Look at them. They're all hoes. Seriously. Like, which one of them do you want that hasn't been had or shared? Exactly.
You
No,
know,
I'm just
the way
saying.
it sounds, some people might say like you have something against women.
You know,
Not women. I'm talking about the female celebrities, dog. There are lots of good women that you don't see on the TikTok, on Instagram, and any of this shit. But Instagram is a prostitution site. That's it. It's a catalog of prostitutes. We used to have Sex Trader back in the day. On Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, in the email and bio.
It's really bad, eh? It's really bad.
like Imalin.
But
I'll book a flight.
Do you think Amapiano is going to crack that side like Afrobeat?
No.
And I'm not saying
No.
It has to crack for it to
No,
officially make it, but
it's gonna be much bigger than Afrobeats because what's happening is that the market is moving to Africa. The people are in Africa.
Yeah.
So Afrobeats only has a market in select parts of Europe, the 400 million population, the whole of the continent, or even less than that, and just under 400 million population of the United States of America. You understand? So when you look at that population, that's 800 million. You got 1.2 billion people in Africa. You got broadband penetration that is going to accelerate and only grow through mobile. And maybe, let's say by 2035, you've got 1 billion people with access to internet, to streaming. You've got a much bigger market here. And their population is also shrinking at the same time. They've got a 1.1 birth rate. So they're halving. You understand? By 2030 something, they would have like reduced their population by maybe even 10 percentage points. The same way China's population shrank for the first time last year. And when I was saying that, China's population is shrinking, people were saying, what? And then the stats come out, and then what?
I feel like Amapiano can grow, ne? But there's a lot of gatekeeping. And there's a lot of camps.
I think Amapiano is already big, dog.
Wait, the gatekeeping is outside of South Africa. The gatekeeping is why your song is brilliant but can't make it in America, because America's gatekept. It's gatekept by the mafia. So the mafia own that industry. Here, a kid from anywhere can make it. In America, a kid who has a gangster, a young thug, someone from the streets has to co-sign him. Even Tupac needed Suge Knight.
Nota, I get what you're saying, but
I
Are you
know.
listening to what I'm saying?
This nigga smokes
what
weed,
you're
dog.
saying.
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
I'm not. Hear you very loud and clear.
Yeah, so what I'm saying to you is that Suge Knight, the gangster, needed to be there for Tupac to blow up.
I guess
Yeah.
we also have a Suge Knight in Amapiano right now.
No, we don't. We don't have gangsters involved in whether someone makes it or not. There's so many new artists that have made it. There's Bo PC, there's Zotata boys. Come on,
Yeah.
dog. So the thing is that you guys
There's
love
boys.
hating on someone's success. You see Maphorisa successful, and then you want to hate on his success. You want to bring him down, and you're not seeing that the scene is growing, it's developing, and you're not even thanking him for the job that he's done to actually uplift other artists, to help them run their businesses, to help them keep the spirit of independence. He's done that for so many artists, dog. There's so many artists whose careers he's touched.
No one is
Then
disputing
leave it at that.
Nota.
Leave it at that. Don't bring up any other thing, because that's just hate talk. You understand what I'm saying? That's just hate talk. You're just saying, yo, this is a beautiful pool, but it's got a shallow end. No. It's a beautiful pool. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
You understand? Anyone
Maphorisa
can
ki
think
star,
from that
dog.
pool. Maphorisa ki
And I'm not
star.
disputing
And allow
that.
him. dog.
Yeah, Matumani ki
hold
star.
on. First, bow down to him. First, get on the floor. Get on your knees. Praise him first.
I admit,
Before you
I have
come and
made
criticize.
respect for Maphorisa,
How many
dog.
artists have you developed? When? How many people have you developed? How many? You can't even make your sister famous. Even if she showed her tits on Instagram. You can't. I'm serious.
Now, all respect to Bori.
That's it.
That's
And leave it at that, dog. The man has been doing it for too long. And that's the thing, is that we allow people who have hate to come onto platforms and disrespect. And then now we entertain it as a conversation that needs to be entertained. No, we don't entertain that conversation. Any Maphorisa criticism, Mina, I shut it out same time.
Yeah.
Why? Because he does the same thing for me. Same time. You understand? Why? Because we know what we're building. And we know these people are trying to stop us from building. They're trying to destroy us.
Right.
But man, you gotta be safe, bro.
How? You see, that's the thing. I shut that down as well. Because you're projecting. Young Tagata.
My man, this guy.
You're saying, oh damn,
He gets a lot of hate online. You don't know, like.
No, Nota understands.
People are a
Hold
little
on,
crazy,
wait, are you
guys.
fighting it back? Are you fighting it back? Are you the one who's saying, yo,
Are you spiritual,
stop
dog?
on this? Dog, come on. I'm a born again. You know what I mean? I was baptized, you know?
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I was raised Christian, but you know, I don't follow the religion like everybody else, like in the church. I follow it.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. Please come again when you
I'm
have
a
time.
faithful person, dog. The Ankh is the beginning of Christianity, and that started maybe 4,000 BC.
Let's save that.
Wait. 4,000 BC, right in Central West Africa by the Dogon people. Yes, so read up about the Dogon, not from Senegal.
Mali.
Central West Africa. Central West Africa. So they've moved around in 4,000 BC. You understand? And they are the first people to actually draw the stars, the entire constellation. They drew it in their caves. In 4,000 BC, they didn't have telescopes. They needed the stars so that they could see the changing in the seasons. They also measured the bulge of the earth, the tide of the earth, you know, and the earth spinning within its, you know, liquid axis. Because there's a liquid axis, you know, which is created by the magnetism between the moon and the sun, which pulls the earth sideways. That's why the earth is not round or spherical. It's called geoid,
Hola, Nota.
which is the shape of the earth.
Gena yi,
what I'm saying?
Gena yi.
This-
Please come.
Wait. The part of the earth that we're sitting on is the peel of an apple. That's where we are. All the way up into the atmosphere, up to space. Yes, we are the peel of the apple. We're the apple peel. That is it. Everything else that the earth is consisting of is the core of the apple all the way to the pips to the center. Look at how much there is between here. How much further down can one go? Do you understand that?
No, I feel you, bro. Thank you very much, man.
Easy.
Thank you so much, my G.
Exactly. So, you know, you need to smoke some weed, get high into the stratosphere.
This cannot be the last time. Thank you very much, bro.